Stop, my child, and listen carefully. Stop trying to control everything. I already have a plan. You've been holding on so tightly. Managing every detail. Trying to predict every outcome. Losing sleep over things that haven't even happened yet, running scenarios through your mind over and over, as if enough planning could guarantee the results you want. Tonight, I want to gently pry your fingers open, one by one, and remind you, you were never meant to carry this alone. An angel was sent tonight with one assignment: deliver this word before you spend one more night exhausting yourself trying to control what was always mine to handle. He says, I already have a plan. You don't have to build one from scratch. Child, I know why you grip so tightly. Somewhere along the way, life taught you that if you don't control things, they fall apart. Maybe you were let down by people who were supposed to protect you. Maybe circumstances spiraled in ways that left you feeling powerless. So you learned to plan for everything, prepare for every outcome, manage every variable, because control started to feel like safety. I understand that instinct. But I want you to hear me tonight: control was never actually safety. It was just the illusion of it. And that illusion has been exhausting you. I know you've tried to control outcomes you were never meant to control. The way people perceive you. Whether someone will love you back. The exact timeline of your breakthrough. The health of people you love. The future of situations that are still unfolding. You've stayed up late trying to solve problems that only I can solve, carrying weight that was never yours to bear alone. I already have a plan for your life. Not a vague, uncertain hope, a specific, intentional plan, thought through before you were even born. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 isn't just a verse people quote casually. It's a promise I meant literally. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I know some nights you've stayed up mentally rehearsing every possible way tomorrow could go wrong, as if worrying hard enough could somehow prevent the bad outcome and guarantee the good one. That kind of anxious preparation feels productive, but it rarely changes anything except your own peace of mind. I want that peace back for you. I know it's hard to trust a plan you cannot see. I know faith feels risky when you're used to needing proof before you relax. But child, if you could see the entire plan right now, you wouldn't need faith at all. Faith is trusting me with what remains hidden, not because I'm withholding information out of cruelty, but because some things only make sense when they unfold in proper time. I know you've tried to control your career, refreshing job boards obsessively, sending applications while anxiously calculating your worth by responses you haven't received yet. I know you've tried to control your relationships, overanalyzing texts, rehearsing conversations, trying to manage how someone feels about you as if love could be engineered through enough effort. I know you've tried to control your health, your finances, your children's futures, your family's decisions. None of which were ever fully within your control to begin with. I'm not telling you to stop being responsible. Wisdom, planning, and diligence matter. I'm not calling you to passivity. I'm calling you out of the anxious grip that believes if you just try hard enough, worry enough, control enough, you can force outcomes into existence through sheer will. I know the fear underneath your control, the fear that if you let go, everything will collapse. That fear feels real because you've experienced disappointment before. You've watched plans fall apart. You've been hurt by circumstances outside your control. So now you overcompensate, trying to manage every possible variable to prevent pain from happening again. Child, I understand that fear. But I want you to consider something. How much of your peace have you already sacrificed trying to control things that were never yours to control in the first place? How many nights of sleep have you lost? How much joy have you missed in the present moment because your mind was busy trying to manage a future that hasn't even arrived yet? I am asking you to release your grip, not because I don't care about the outcomes you're anxious about, but because I care about them even more than you do, and I am infinitely more capable of handling them than you are. I know surrendering control feels like giving up. It isn't. Surrender isn't passivity. It's transferring the weight of outcomes from your limited shoulders to mine, which were made to carry exactly this kind of weight. You were never designed to be the one holding everything together. That was always my role. I also want to address the perfectionism hiding underneath your controlling tendencies. You believe that if you just execute everything perfectly, say the right things, make the right choices, avoid every mistake, you can guarantee the outcome you want. But child, perfection was never the requirement for my blessing. Obedience, trust, and faithfulness matter far more to me than flawless execution. I know it's uncomfortable not knowing how things will unfold. I know uncertainty feels unbearable sometimes, especially in seasons where so much feels unstable. But uncertainty is not the same as abandonment. Just because you cannot see my plan clearly doesn't mean I'm not actively working it out behind the scenes. I want you to picture something with me for a moment, a seed planted underground, completely invisible, seemingly doing nothing while it's actually forming roots you cannot see. That's often how my plans work in your life. What looks like stillness on the surface is frequently the most important work happening beneath it. I have never once dropped a detail of your life. Not the ones you're anxious about right now, not the ones you haven't even considered yet. I know the number of hairs on your head. I know your name before you speak it. Do you really believe I would lose track of the very things keeping you awake at night? I know some of you have tried to control other people, their choices, their healing, their timeline for change. Child, you cannot control someone else's journey, no matter how much you love them, no matter how badly you want to fix their situation. I am asking you to release the people you love into my hands too, trusting that I care about them even more deeply than you do. I also want to speak to the anxiety that comes from trying to predict every possible negative outcome, preparing yourself emotionally for disaster so it doesn't catch you off guard. That constant bracing for impact is exhausting, and it steals joy from moments that could otherwise be peaceful. I am not calling you to naive optimism, but to trusting faith. The kind that acknowledges hard realities while still believing I am present and working within them. I know it's tempting to believe that letting go means things will go wrong. But sometimes, letting go is exactly what allows me to move in ways your control was actually blocking. Your grip, meant to protect the outcome, sometimes prevents the very breakthrough you're praying for. Think about how differently your life would feel if you truly believed I already have a plan. Not a plan you have to manufacture through anxious effort, but a plan already set in motion, unfolding at exactly the right pace, even when it doesn't match your timeline. I know it's hard to wait without controlling the waiting itself. But waiting on me isn't passive. It's active trust, choosing to believe I am working even when I'm silent, even when circumstances haven't shifted yet, even when you cannot see evidence of movement. I want you to practice releasing control in small moments first. The next time anxiety rises about something outside your control, pause and consciously hand it to me in prayer. Not once, but repeatedly, every time the anxious thought resurfaces. Surrender isn't usually a single dramatic moment, it's a daily, sometimes hourly, choice to trust me again. I also want you to know, releasing control doesn't mean things will always go the way you originally wanted. Sometimes my plan looks different than what you imagined. Sometimes it requires disappointment before it leads to something better than you could have designed yourself. Trusting my plan means trusting me even when the outcome doesn't match your expectations, believing that my wisdom exceeds your understanding. I know you've been carrying so much, trying to hold together things that were never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. Tonight, I invite you to set it down. Not carelessly, not irresponsibly, but with the confidence that comes from knowing someone far more capable than you has already been managing the details you've been anxiously trying to control. So here is what I want you to declare tonight: in Jesus' name, I will release my grip on outcomes I cannot control. I will trust that God's plan is already in motion, even when I cannot see it clearly. I will choose faith over anxious control, believing that surrender is not weakness, but wisdom. You do not have to have it all figured out. You do not have to manage every variable perfectly. You simply have to trust the one who already knows how your story ends, and who has never once lost track of a single detail along the way. I already have a plan. Trust me with the unfolding. If this message brought you peace tonight, take a moment and like this video. And if you know someone who's been exhausting themselves trying to control everything, share this with them. Tell us in the comments. What are you releasing to God tonight? We'd love to stand in prayer with you.